Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lorenzo and welcome back to my channel. Yes, this is another episode of Black Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you so much for the views, the subscriptions, the likes, the shares, just everything, you guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying my best to be consistent with these videos and keep on giving you as much as my brain can give you, honestly, and all that I've been through and witnessed in life. Today is the 25th of February, so I just hit my 10,000th day, and honestly, this episode this time is going to be special to me because I'm just thinking to myself about the way that I view life and the way that I look at it, and I'm also thinking about the way that other people look at life and the other way that people view it as well too. Everybody's perspective is so uniquely crafted. Got a couple things written down right here, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to get to it at all. There really is no specific title for me to give this one, except for, I guess I can say, unique. That's the title of this episode, unique. This is another freestyle, just like the other one, where I'm talking about it is what it is, and honestly, that's basically what Black Talk is. Sometimes I have some jotted down that I want to go through and dissect, and sometimes just like, this is what's on my mind, this is what's on my mental, but either way it go, I'm gonna make sure that I give you guys everything I can. One thing I've been thinking about is, this is my 10,000th day, and I've accumulated so much insight, so much wisdom, so much different perspectives about how people view things. I've seen so many different lifestyles. I know that I never went to the same school twice until I got to the 8th grade. That was weird in a very, it was an experience. I never just got a chance to settle down, but I feel like it all worked out because I've always been curious, honestly. I'm not afraid of change. I'm not afraid to let someone see how I think and how I view things. I'm not scared to open up my mouth about things and be voiceful about it, in a respectful manner, of course. But I know my mind works in a weird way, and I think about things differently, and I know that people feel that way as well too. But I think it's our duty to express ourselves in the way that we naturally feel, and not the way that we see somebody or some type of paradigm telling us to express ourselves. Whether that be you need to uphold yourself as a businessman. You need to, you need to make sure that your room is set up a certain way. You need to make sure that you have this type of business plan. You need to make sure that your life is structured like this. You need to make sure that your kids have these sets of rules up in their lives and stuff like that. I think that we should really be free in a sense of just having freedom of expression and thought, and because our potential is boundless and endless. I know it's just kind of like a broad way of thinking, and it's not very concise and very on target, but just like if you have a thought or something like that, I do feel like though you should run with it, but have a plan of how you're gonna run with it, but also still be in your own mind frame to think, okay, this is where I'm going with it, and you create your own map instead of having a map already created for you. Because I was watching a video, and it shows that basically, back in the 1800s, I think it was the 1800s, mid 1800s, or maybe the early 1900s. Basically, school was created or cultivated in order to basically distract us from what we should know. Basically, it's like, okay, we know how to read and we know how to write, and we know how to communicate with people, then I'm like, okay, that's basically the basis. And we know how to do basic math or just math in general, then we're good. All this other stuff that we learn in school, as far as like history or learning the language, if it's even gonna do you any type of justice, to help you out with whatever you want to do in life, it's pretty much so pointless. Because back then, basically they were farmers, business owners, people knew how to basically make a living for themselves off of just creating their own little small community with their family. I had my acres, I got my farmland, I sell to these people, I pay my taxes and whatnot, I create my business and whatnot. Like, I can grow it, I can grow my farm into a bigger business, grow to an enterprise, like this is the basic stuff that that we were doing back then. But I guess I'm gonna just call them the higher ups, they're like, okay, let's make school longer, and it takes, I think it was 4 or 6 years for something to be permanently implemented into society. So they just thought, like, okay, how long does it take us to read? How long does it take us to write? How long does it take us to learn how to do certain stuff? And it only takes like a good, a couple months or maybe like 2 years in order to learn that stuff once we get to a certain age. And they were like, okay, let's try to, their plan was just basically to take as much time away from us as possible, so that, because at one point in time, there was a society that just built off of everyone thriving. There was no poor society. There was no hierarchy at all. Everyone was just eating, basically, until the Westerners came through. I'm not gonna give strict details on who's who and stuff like that. Westerners and colonization. I'm not doing that. I'm just going off of what I've seen, what I've watched and stuff like that. What I've researched a little bit on, and just giving you a little detail, bro. I know y'all don't do all y'all history searching and stuff like that. I know that for a fact. I don't either. I'm being truthful with it, but it's just stuff that is interesting in it. When you look at it, it makes sense. It makes complete sense. It really does. It's like, wow, like somebody can legit never go to. There are even stories about people who have never went to school, maybe got the 3rd grade reading level, or just made it to the 3rd grade. That was it. Next, they're millionaires. Why? Because all they need to know is how a business works. Let me just study that. Okay, this is that. This is taxes. This is how you get an LLC. This is how you do that. Okay, this is how you start that up. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, now I'm making millions after 5 years or 3 years or something like that. Like all this other stuff that we learn is kind of like pointless. But I said that we need to bring out our uniqueness and our unique potential, is because if we don't, who is? We're just gonna be stuck in this phase, this way of life where someone's telling us exactly what we need to do and what we should do. Even with these individuals online telling us we need to get our money right, we need to take care of our family as far as like generational wealth and stuff like that. It's like, okay, it's like, honestly, once you dead and gone, you're not gonna remember nothing at all. You're not taking them with you. You're not gonna remember like, oh, I had a like I need to take care of my family. I'm glad it's just like, once you're gone, the stuff doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Like, you gotta think beyond this. Like, think beyond it. Cause in all honesty, like when we go to heaven, stuff like that, when you're in heaven, that everybody's gonna be okay. Everybody's gonna be fine. Everybody's gonna be fine, regardless of what happens. Everybody's gonna be fine. All right, everybody is. No matter if you left the money behind or you left some debt or whatever, it does not matter. Everybody's gonna be fine. Just make sure that you made the most of your life as far as like following the word, being a good person, spreading the good news and stuff like that, and having your life right, having being in touch with your spirit, letting your spirit guide you throughout life, making sure that you touched as many people as you can before you left this world. And that's really all that matters, but instead we have all these things that are distracting us, telling us we need to go to school, we need to go to college, we need to have a good job, we need to be paying attention to the news, we need to make sure that we're vaccinated, we need to make sure that our spouses and are a certain way, and we're choosing the right person, and finding out our peace and stuff. And like, don't even wrong, I'm not saying all this stuff is bad, but it's just that all of it can be overwhelming as an overall distraction of you trying to focus in on each one. Do I got that? Do I got that down? Do I got that down? And stuff like that. It's just like, bruh, we need to just sit down and have some real silence and peace with ourselves. Be still. Just be quiet and really hone in on, like, who are you? What was your purpose of basically opening your eyes and experiencing this life in the first place? What is real life to you? Like, because I know that life can hit you in all kinds of ways, whether it hits you in a way where you're not dealt with the best cars, or it can hit you with the best cars that you can be dealt. What is truth to you? Do you feel like truth should be given in the most boldest, bluntest way possible? That way, kind of like you're just ripping the band-aid off, like just real quick, get it over with. Or do you feel like truth should be spread out a little bit? That way, I guess it doesn't pack a punch, but at the same time, it's like your pain is lasting longer and longer and longer, or you're getting hit with pain little by little by little by little, right? Just like, what kind of way do you view it? What is real truth? Your decisions that you make in life. You're gonna make big ones, you're gonna make small ones, you're gonna make bad decisions, make good decisions, and these decisions that you make mold your life into the way you see things, the way you think, the way you perceive everything, the way you look at people, the way you look at your family, the way you look at God, the way you look at yourself and your spirit, and the person that you are as an individual. But I do know that the main thing that you do need from the truth is clarity of who you are. You need, what else that you need from the truth is just something to grasp on it and hold on to. Now I'm reading off a list. And from this truth, you gotta take it and look in the mirror and see how life looks back at you. If life is looking back at you and it's just staring at you, that's all it's doing, then that means you're not doing something right. That means life isn't working in your favor and life isn't working against you. Life is just there, and you're just waking up and you're just going. And you're waking up and you're just going. Or maybe you're just waking up, you're doing your 9 to 5. And you're just waking up and you just running your business. But it's a certain way. I know this all sounds weird. I know it all sounds like I'm just rambling, but everything is deeper than the surface, and it's like the more and more that I guess I consume all that I see online, on Instagram, on YouTube and whatnot, and these are good things that I know I'm consuming. The more I'm looking at it, is like, God, like there has to be more than just this. There has to be more than just, okay, red pill, blue pill, the Matrix, alpha male, What else? Feminism, gender problems, viruses, the government lying to us, be a boss, be a million, make sure you take care of your family, be a millionaire, generational wealth, how to earn $1 million and stuff like that, yoga, how to be a yogic discipline, mastery of self, just all this stuff. And like, don't get me wrong, that's what's beautiful about it, because there's so many things that you can experience and try to hone in on to see exactly what can be your craft. And I play a part in it. I do. It's almost like you have no choice. I have no choice. I found something and I was like, I like this. This is what I'm hooked on, and I'm gonna stick to it. Like this is my. Do I feel like this is my purpose though? I feel like there has to be something more than just a purpose. There has to be something more. And I don't want to sound cliche by saying there has to be something more to life. But there is something after life, but I feel like there is something that's missing in life, like a message that we just haven't uncovered yet, and that we're still just scratching the surface of it. Like all these terms are like frequencies and vibrations and a higher self and whatnot. All that stuff sounds like some fucking bullcrap, bro. It really do sound like some fucking bullshit. Some shit that people just coming up with, and it's a trend. It's just like a vibe. It's a wave that's going to fucking crash, bro. It's just some freaking nonsense that I feel like a lot of people are just following behind, and don't get me crazy, like it helps us make sense of it all as far as life, but at the same time, all you're doing is just doing what everybody else is doing. Even when I think about it, sometimes I'm like, okay, if I just reach a certain age where this is more in my face, because when I was this age, I hadn't even heard of this stuff, or maybe they were already talking about it. But since I wasn't at this age yet, I'm not hearing about it. But now that I'm at this age, I'm hearing about being a man, and stuff like that, alpha male, how to be a boss and make money and stuff like that. Does it just come? It's like, okay, now you move on to this. It's kind of like you're going through grades. Okay, and you took algebra 1, now you about to take algebra 2. You took Spanish 1, now you about to take Spanish 2. You went from high school to college, and then you went on to the internship. It's like it's different phases in life, and it's different ages in life, and it's different media stuff that gets inputted into your age group as you grow older and whatnot. And I feel like something is dictating that in order to make us focus on it more. And whoever and hopefully you just grasp upon the right thing. Some people grasp onto the right thing at an early age, like kids who are like 20 years old, millionaires. So one guy I follow, subscribe to his channel, he wanted to take care of his mom, and he's like 22 or 23 now. I'm like, wow, and he's making millions. Why? Because he started I think a software company or some type of tech company. I'm not sure, but here a lot of people do that. They start up a tech company, grow it to like millions, and then they sell it and they just start another tech company. I'm like, how many tech companies can you make? I'm like, how many problems can there be with tech in order for so many people to make tech companies and then sell them and whatnot, unless that person bought it and then they just added something else to it and then they sell it and maybe make like a little capital off of it or whatever, but I don't know. But then sometimes you gotta just sit down and look at yourself and really think, am I really unique? Because I'm part of each one of these paradigms, each one of these constructs of life, that cultivate me to being in a certain group or a certain category of people. You got the homeless. You got the goths. You got the dudes who became very successful. You got the average Joes. You got the people who are like, I guess just alone, like being by themselves or something like that. Like, just, are you really unique, man? I mean, okay, yeah, I got somebody has a podcast and they're talking about men's grooming. Somebody else is doing it as well too. Oh, mine's unique just because the way I talk is differently and whatnot. But I'm like, it was just different. I wouldn't call it unique and whatnot. Can somebody do it just like you? Yeah, but I can impersonate somebody's voice and whatnot, and I can do it exactly like them. So does that still make them unique? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody may look a certain way, you look a certain way, but somebody can't get their plastic surgery done or to look exactly like them, so that's what makes them unique or whatever. But it's just, to me, it's just different, and I'm not gonna say ain't no such thing as unique, but I think that we really need to get a understanding of, when you say that you're unique, you need to be very distinct about that. Like, Whitney Houston's voice was very unique. Michael Jackson's voice at one point was very unique, but I feel like now it's not as unique as it used to be because people can imitate him now. How, I do not know, but they can do it, and me, I'm probably making a mess of the stuff I'm talking about, but hey, man, it's all about the decisions that we make, things we say, the things that we take in through our ear gates and eye gates, and bring them out through speaking or through action, and we try to make our own beautiful mess in this life, create the type of viewing that we want for people to see, honestly, and can you believe in yourself to continue? And that's something I gotta ask myself, not continue as far as like, offing myself something, but just continue on with just the stuff that I take in and stuff like that, and want to just put up with stuff, or even doing this as well too. Sometimes I think to myself, I just want to live my life and chill, and that's it. And I had an opportunity to do that. Like, just do nothing. I wouldn't say do nothing, but just really, do nothing. Wake up, chill, watch my TV, keep myself in decent shape, and just grow old. And that's it. Take care of my son, and then die. And that's it. But then there's another part of me that itches. Sometimes the itch is real bad. It's like, bro, you need to be consistent with the stuff that you are doing. And it's okay to have these type of moments in your life where you don't know whether or not you want to be an average Joe or you want to be Mr. Joe. So when I'm having that itching, is because inside of me wants to be Mr. Joe. But I think that since I've been through the things that I've been through recently or whatever, it has me just questioning, because it's like I was at such a pinnacle in my life, and then I won't say I dropped so far down, but my life just went left, and now I'm trying to steer this whole back, but it's just like, bro, it's hard, it is hard, but I know that I want to say that I don't want to give up on myself. I don't want you to give up on yourself either, but it's just those confusing times that you have, just sit in them and being silent for a while and listen to whatever your quiet self is telling you. And I know that sounds weird, but it's like that's when you really feel what's inside of you, instead of going off of impulse, going off of emotion, going off your heart and your mind. No, just listen to what is ever on the inside that is so quiet. Listen to which way your body wants to move, and really take your time with it, because in all honesty, it's once you make a decision, that decision is still gonna go back and forth. Then it's finally gonna settle down. Be like, okay, we got our eyes set on this now. We've been going at it for so long, and kept on coming back, and kept on coming back this way, and kept on coming back this way, and now we're finally like, okay, we're starting, we're set. But it's like 2 some in the morning. I'm 10,000 years old. I'm 10,000 days old now. Today, February 25th, 2023. I'm 27 years old. Birthday, October 6th. Born in 1995. And what a life I've had as of recently. My life has been pretty cool, honestly. Can't complain, won't complain. I won't ever complain about my life. I won't ever complain about anything. I'll stress some things, stress the matter of some things, but as far as like complaining, nah. Well, I say that something's messed up or whatever, yeah, but I ain't gonna complain. Just deal with it, because it is what it is at the end of the day, let's see here. My life. Born. Lost, my dad went to jail when I was in like 2nd grade. Yeah, I think 2nd grade. I got 5 siblings. I got 2 older sisters, 2 older brothers, and then 1 younger brother. So my dad passed away when I was in, I think, middle school. He didn't even make it out of prison at all. After I seen him that last time, so I lived with my mama. That was it, So next time I see my dad, he was in the casket. You feel me? And then after that, fast forward, I discovered what was it? I met my dad's dad finally when I was in high school. That was interesting. He was bright. And maybe like a month or 2 later, he passed away. And then after that, while I was in high school, I wrote a paper about how I was the last Lorenzo. My whole name is Lorenzo East of the Fourth. I was like, man, I gotta be careful, man. I gotta watch out for myself, because I'm trying to continue on the legacy. I can't catch no diseases. I can't put myself in any predicaments where I might die and whatnot, because this is a legacy I want to continue, And I also learned about the first Lorenzo, how he was just so cool. And the first Lorenzo was white. I was like, what? Like, yeah, just found that out recently, the other day, from my dad's mom. But continue on. Thought I got a scholarship to Prairie View A&M. It's alright, I didn't get one. Still went there though. I had a beautiful, amazing experience at a HBCU. That was very interesting, because like going into it, I didn't really know the gravity, really what was so special about the school. You go to HBCU, Stokely Black College. I'm like, Stokely Black College, I don't really know what that means. Then later on, I'm like, oh, okay. Now I really know and understand what that really means now. So that was great. Got a swag ring from track and field. I wound up doing the decathlon. Like, yeah, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, pole vault, all that, throwing the javelin. Shoot. Joined the fraternity, 586 Fraternity Incorporated. Graduated with the grade point average I wanted, 3.0. Had my son that same year after I graduated. Worked for Harris County. Got married, and then went to the military. Got the highest ACFT score, as y'all know from the other videos. 597, 3 points away from a perfect score. What else? Next to notice, wound up having brain surgery. I was just going up and up and up. Life started moving fast, I guess, for me. Once college was about to end, it just started moving fast. I think that's what happened. But went into the military as a specialist and wound up having brain surgery during my AIT, December 2nd, 2021. And yeah, 2021. Made it home before Christmas. During that time, it was something else. It was something else. But been home, got all the way up to 100. I need to make a video about that, man. Y'all got to 192 pounds. Got back down to like 185. I think I'm like, I don't know, maybe like 180 right now. But at base training, I was probably about this big, dang it, but it was just straight muscle. I was like 163. But yeah, been home, just trying to figure things out, man. And in life, you're gonna try to figure things out, and it's gonna be so freaking gruesome at times, man. You're gonna cry, you're gonna be on your knees, you're gonna be begging, you're gonna have some thoughts cross your mind that you never thought it would really cross your mind. You actually really considering them. It's gonna be a trying time for you at times, man. And you just gotta remember that if you stay 10 toes down, if you pray to God, He'll always get you through it no matter what. And just always have faith in yourself, but first have faith in God that He'll get you through it, man. Because life can be a hell of a thing, and it's something that all of us are still figuring out. All of us are still trying to just, make the most of it. But that's all I got. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I think it was a little long. I think I was a little long-winded, but I just get some stuff on my chest. It's my 10,000 day, so yeah, I don't care. But this has been Black Talk. Thank you guys. Remember to be blessed. Blessed, do your best. Never settle for less. God is love. Never stress on question of the rest. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video, and always come back, to these Black Talk videos, because maybe you missed something, maybe you remember something, and you just want to hear it reiterated, But I'm always gonna be here. Y'all remember to do those things I said. But I love y'all, and y'all have a good one. All right.